Nothing like watching a nice sunrise here on the farm. Anyway, folks, welcome back. Another episode of Fireman Simulator 15. And we are playing on the States map again on the RDAllen multiplayer server. And doing some corn planting here, or at least a hired worker is anyway, I should say. And I'm just checking out the field conditions here. Still not optimal, and I'm not sure why. Nutrients PK looks like it's pretty good in some spots. Like go back here, 2, 3, 4. I believe X4 is ideal number. X1 there obviously is not. I'm not sure why it's X1 there. And then we're back to X4 over here. The nutrients N though is definitely not ideal, and I don't know why. It should be. Oh, here it is, X6. Plus we have herbicide A. So actually we probably got a little bit high here. I think it's X5 for nutrients and X4 for PK. And I'm not sure if it matters if it's higher or not. Let me just check here a moment. I don't think it said anything about that. Oh wait, it does, yes. So for N, X5 is 100%. And for PK, X4 is 100%. For N, if you go to X15, or X10 is 75%, X15 is 50%, and PK, it's X7 is 30%. So yeah, it really drops off there if you go too high. You definitely don't want to go too high. Looks like we're probably well within our limitations here. Thing is, what I'm getting confused about on here is if we're doing something wrong or what, because if you go over here, Soul Field should have the same effect applied to it. What happened to our herbicide and our nutrients on the N? Kind of odd what's going on with these fields here. Got the same thing with the grass field too. The first few paths there, it looks like it's good. Start walking across and you drop off on the nutrients. Yeah, they're really kind of like all over the place here. That's odd. You know, there's X4, X4. That's okay. Now we got X. Oh, now we're back to weed prevention here. Interesting. I know I was on with Delcom there last night, and he was, I think he was working on this field here. I'm not sure what he was spraying and fertilizing on it again, but I know he was working on. He said there was something interesting about the edges here. They had already been done for some reason. Not sure what's up with that. Anyway. Field 8 here has a lot of weeds on it. And needs to be replanted as well. Probably grab a grain drill for this one. Maybe we'll do like oats or soybeans or something like that. I think we got, yeah, we got oats, I believe. Look at our crops here. What do we got interesting to plant? And we got cotton too. The thing is, I'm not sure what to do with cotton. I'm not sure if any of our current harvesting equipment will harvest cotton or not. We'll have to check into that maybe. But yeah, we definitely have oats and soybeans. Maybe we'll try for some oats. Well, thinking we do some sort of grain on this one because we got a couple of combines with headers on it. We only got one combine with corn headers, so you know, if we plant a lot of crop, that's going to require a corn header or row crop head. Might have a little bit of trouble harvesting it. But whatever was in here is out. think we'll get some sort of herbicide here. We'll spray that on field 8. And let's see what's here. If we're going to do oats, B or C can be used on wheat, barley, rye, oats, rice. So B or C. And I'm not sure if there's an advantage over using like A, B, C, or the double A, double B, double C. But we'll use the double B. And we'll set this with a double B as well. Double check, make sure I got them both the same. I do. Excellent. If you don't have them both the same, you know, for example, you got the front tank something different, it will not actually use the front tank. So, which, you know, makes sense, real life. You got something in the back tank and you want to change it to the what's in the front tank, got them different. That's probably not going to work too well. Unless you're actually looking to do something different, maybe. Boy, some lag spikes again. Yeah, we've had some power outages in my area here the last couple of days. My internet has not been working ideally since. Not sure what's up with that, but just out of curiosity, do we have I very much doubt we have enough manure to even remotely cover this field. We got 297,000 manure, liquid manure. Yeah, I'm going to say we don't. We don't even have anything to spread it with anyway, and I don't think we actually have the money to, so I am going to hire a worker. Really get out of his way. Now, it was kind of nice in 2013. The weeds would instantly wither. You kind of know it was applied. Doesn't look like that happens in 2015, and according to the directions, it don't. It doesn't actually really say when they wither. Yeah, when weeds have been affected by herbicide, they will wither and die some days after. So, some days after. Doesn't say when. Uh-oh, herbicide A. We got herbicide A showing up there. I don't think this field's been sprayed. Yeah, it's not showing any herbicide here. Yeah, here again, we're like to the edge of the field. It's like something weird's going on with the edges of these fields. Let's actually walk out here a minute just to check. And then we'll grab a cultivator and planter over here. Nutrients on this field look like they're good, so that is excellent. Oh, we get a field with some good nutrients on it. Now if we can just get some herbicide applied to it, we'll be all set. I believe I was the one that added the fertilizer to this field. That's not showing anything along the edge of this field. I used the large pellet fertilizer there, and like I said before, it seems like whatever I'm applying with a pellet fertilizer is working, but that liquid sprayer is not. So, speaking of liquid sprayers, I plan on adding, probably after I'm finished recording this, I'll add in the larger self-propelled sprayer. So for those of you joining and playing on the server, to keep that in mind, links should be below for all of that stuff. And that mod is off of FSUK, assuming it works on the server anyway. I plan on adding that. Let's see, you got that on you. That is what I was looking for. That's interesting. I'm not sure what he's doing at the top of the field here. We'll set him to go a long ways here. Yeah, I think my internet connection needs to be reset here. Oh, look at that. There's a fertilizer fill point set back in the hill there. Nice. Yeah, I noticed that there's a lot of fertilizer refill spots on this map. I'm assuming that's probably so you can probably refill and also change. Let's see, do we want to wait down? You know, we'll just park this at the... Nah, we'll drive it all the way down to the end, I guess. Why not? I don't feel like waiting until this guy gets to the end. See if I can make it through this episode here, then I'm going to have to obviously probably reboot my modem and router. Looks like something's screwed up somewhere. Well, at least the nutrients on the road here are good, X4 and X2. Okay, we're going to hire that worker. I should definitely, actually I wonder, should I? This isn't going to affect the spraying and all, is it? I don't think so. And interesting, I noticed it's showing herbicide B, it's actually double B. To my knowledge, the difference, double B there just adds the weed prevention, so plus 3 days. B, I'm not sure what the benefit or disadvantage of either one of those is. If somebody happens to know, I'd appreciate knowing. I mean, obviously, I know B, if you do the A, B, and C, it's herbicide. And if you do the double A, the double B, and the double C, it's herbicide plus prevention for some odd days. I think it's plus 3 days, I guess. So, let's grab another big tractor here. Well, if I ever wonder where the other pickup wagon went, sitting right there. Looks like manure there, too. Interesting. Okay, then we got to refill it up yet. Unfortunately, there are not seed refill spots spread throughout the farm, so closest one I know of. Let's see, is it by this shed here? Oh, one of these sheds here, if I remember correctly. Let's see, was it this one? No, okay. Let's see, I know there was one around here somewhere. Maybe it was in there. Oh, I know there's seeds over here. Looks like the same building that was on the Idaho map there, and there was seeds there. I think there is on this map. Anyway. Okay, clearly I'm going to have to fix my connection, so we'll be back in a moment. Okay, folks, and after a quick reboot of the router, we are back in business. Looks like it's playing much smoother now. For those who are wondering why I'm not doing any secondary videos this week as well, truck mechanic, car mechanic, all that type of thing, that is the reason, power outages. So they are working on replacing the lines and poles and stuff on our street, so been experiencing some random power outages throughout the day. I won't complain too much about it, though. As far as power goes, we basically never lose power where I live. And by basically never, I pretty much mean never. I think in the last 10 years, we've probably lost power for 5 minutes total, maybe. But not counting this week. Not counting this week, let me put it that way. Most of our power outages last about half a second, and that's it. You know, some squirrel lands on a line somewhere and gets fried. In fact, I think that was the last power outage we had, was a transformer up the road. A squirrel, I think it was a squirrel if I remember correctly, got fried on it. Blew it clean to smithereens, I heard. Okay. Zero the offset. A little wide, but we'll go with it, I guess. It's going to straighten itself out yet. Oh, we said we were going to do oats, though. Let me fix that. Which one oats is? That's probably oats. Now, the only question is, if I go back over this, will it replant it? Not sure. Where's that cultivator at when you need it? I'll wait for the cultivator to get back down to this end, then I'll cultivate that under just to be safe. And I believe this is actually... yeah, this will be the first time we planted oats on the server, I believe. I don't believe there were any fields that came with oats, so I'm not sure what this is going to look like. Hopefully we can harvest it. We don't have to, you know, cultivate it under because we can't harvest it. Which reminds me, we should probably check out the sorghum fields there. I'm not sure what it's going to take to harvest those. I have never done anything with that crop before. I don't recall if I've ever played on a map that's had it either. I think probably the Missouri map did back in the day when I was playing in 2013. I think that one had the sorghum on it, but I don't believe I ever did anything with it. Not a crop I'm particularly familiar with, so... and yeah, as far as the oats go, you don't see a whole lot of oats planted in my area anymore. Used to be somewhat popular, but can't say I've seen any in the last few years. Mainly wheat, soybeans, and corn. That's pretty much it. Yeah, there's our cultivator. Looks like he's flying down the field. He's actually looks like catching up with the sprayer, believe it or not. Yeah, it's definitely one of the reasons we definitely need a different sprayer on the map. Hopefully that modded sprayer will go a little faster too. I mean, 7 miles an hour for spraying is just ridiculous. I'm not sure how Giants thought that was an appropriate speed, but that does not make any sense. Mind for cultivating, plowing, planting, yeah, 7 miles an hour, probably actually a little fast for any of those tasks, but more reasonable. But 7 miles for spraying, yeah, that's not realistic. Which I get, I guess you shouldn't be particularly surprised. For those of you that say this game is realistic, yeah, it's sort of, depending on how you play it. I think this tractor's bobbing and weaving a little bit. Yeah, if you look at it there, that's not mod. I'm using the GPS mod here, and it's doing the steering, and that's what it's doing. I think that's probably because the GPS mod does not like articulated tractors on multiplayer servers. Probably got a lot to do with it right there. Anyway. Hey, perfect. He's almost to the end here. And I'll stop him a moment and hit that little bit of oopsie there. I'd just like to point out, too, the long hitch on this. Oh, wait, why is it folding up? I didn't want it to fold up. The long hitch here on the cultivator means, you can make a nice, sharp turn. I never could quite understand why that horse, the smaller 10-meter one there, doesn't have a larger, longer hitch. So you can make a nice, tight turn like that. Okay, there we go. Also, our money is going down quite rapidly. I'm thinking it's costing us a lot of money to spray this field. And we haven't even sprayed that much yet. I wonder if that's why, if the double B is like really expensive spray or something. Maybe just the normal B is cheaper. Hopefully the weed prevention plus 3 days is worth it. If that is actually the case, then it's costing us a lot of money. Yeah, that weaving back and forth is kind of annoying. I don't think it does that when you play single player with an articulated tractor, that I remember. I know the GPS mod doesn't like articulated tractors, but I don't remember it being this bad in a single player game. might just about have that field planted. Looks like he might be doing his last pass of corn there. Uh-oh. That's lag spike. That, by the way, folks, is what will happen with a GPS mod if you get a lag spike. You might be okay with a non-articulated tractor, but yeah, these articulated tractors, not good. Yeah, I'm not sure what its problem is. That's kind of funny, the steering that's going on. Fairly certain I could probably steer better if I wanted to. And just to prove that fact, my turn. So not using the auto steer feature of the GPS mod at this moment. So yeah, for those of you who wondered, the GPS mod, there's kind of two ways you can use this. You can use it as just a guideline, which is what I'm doing at the moment. You know, just follow the bright green line down the center of your tractor there. Or you can use the auto steer feature, which is Control W. You push Control W, and then the tractor will automatically steer. You don't have to do anything. Hands off the keyboard approach. And you can even, if you want to take it one step farther with auto steer, you can also auto turn and auto stop and all that good stuff. I'm not sure. I don't. If it's not in auto steer mode, I don't think it'll automatically stop. Just see once. Yes, I don't have an auto steer at the moment, but that's the end field mode button there. What that does, that'll automatically stop the tractor once it gets to the end of the field. I don't think it works though if you don't have auto steer on, which I don't at the moment. I don't know about you folks, but I'm thinking I'm doing a right fine job of steering here. We're not all over the GPS mod was. Might have some troubles here in a moment too if that cultivator catches up with that sprayer. Yeah, I never would have thought that would happen considering the sprayer's twice the width. I'll have to check the width. I'm pretty sure it's twice the width if I remember correctly of the cultivator. Yeah, that self-propelled sprayer I'm planning on adding, I believe, is 40 meters. So nice wide width there. Almost twice as much as what's in the game. Not quite, obviously, but pretty close. See if it'll stop here. Like I said, I don't think it will. No, it's not, because I don't have the auto steer on. Check the width of the sprayer here a moment. Oh yes, 24 meters, so it is exactly double the width of that sprayer, of the cultivator. Yeah, the sprayer is double the width of the cultivator, so you would think the sprayer would have no problem getting ahead of the cultivator, but okay, guess not maybe. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like it's time to wrap up the episode again. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.